This is an incredibly exciting matchup to look forward to today in the round of 32 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and when you really dig into the tactical layers of this game, it becomes crystal clear why it has captured the undivided attention of football fans worldwide. Brazil comes into this game with massive momentum, having absolutely dominated Group C, securing 7 points from wins over Haiti and Scotland, along with an opening draw against Morocco. They did not just advance. They controlled the tempo, looked physically sharp, and demonstrated that lethal attacking flair that has become their hallmark under Carlo Ancelotti. When you watch a team like Brazil, you see the individual brilliance of players like Vinícius Júnior, who has been absolutely clinical in front of goal, but you also see a tactical shift that makes them look much more cohesive and defensively sound than they have in previous tournaments. Their ability to cycle the ball through the middle while simultaneously exploiting the blinding speed on the wings creates a nightmare scenario for any defensive unit. They are the clear favorites because, at any given moment, one of their forwards can produce a piece of magic that changes the entire complexion of the match. Before we dive deeper into the tactical battle, let's look at the conditions awaiting the players today. According to the weather card, the daily forecast for Houston, TX, United States shows sunny daytime conditions with a high temperature of 34 degrees Celsius, a low of 26 degrees Celsius, a 20% chance of rain, and 13 miles per hour winds from the south. Even though the stadium features a retractable roof to help manage the climate, the oppressive heat outside will certainly add to the intense, draining atmosphere of this World Cup clash. Now, moving back to the pitch, you absolutely cannot overlook Japan, and if you have been paying close attention to the tournament so far, you know they are the ultimate dark horse and a remarkably tough opponent for anyone. The Samurai Blue have been one of the most disciplined and organized sides in the entire competition, navigating their own group stage undefeated and with a level of grit that really speaks to the maturity and belief within their squad. We saw them time and time again handle immense pressure, and that calm, collective mentality is what makes them so profoundly dangerous in a knockout scenario. Hajime Moriyasu has instilled a tactical system that thrives on a compact low block, designed specifically to frustrate high-possession teams exactly like Brazil. By packing the midfield and staying incredibly disciplined with their spacing, Japan forces opponents to play safe, lateral passes and completely limits the space for those dangerous, defense-splitting through balls. Players like Takefusa Kubo and Takumi Minamino are going to be the absolute keys to this game. They are incredibly intelligent readers of the game, and their primary job today will be to instantly exploit the inevitable space left behind when Brazil's attacking full-backs inevitably surge forward. If Japan can keep the scoreline level for the first 30 or 40 minutes, the psychological pressure on Brazil is going to skyrocket, and that is precisely where Japan thrives. When we look at the ultimate prediction for a game of this magnitude, all the underlying data and the general consensus still point toward a Brazil victory, likely by a narrow and hard-fought margin. The sheer depth of the Brazilian bench is just incredible, and the individual quality across the pitch is undeniable. If Brazil can score an early goal, it forces Japan to abandon that comfortable defensive shell, which would then play right into the hands of Brazil's blistering pace in transition. I expect a final scoreline somewhere around 2-1, or maybe 3-1 if Brazil finds their rhythm early and breaks the deadlock, but make no mistake, it is not going to be an easy walk in the park. Japan is far too well drilled to simply roll over. This is going to be a classic tactical chess match where Brazil tries to impose their physical and technical will, while Japan fights to keep the game tight and looks for that one perfect, lightning-fast counterattack. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely electric, and honestly, the winner is likely going to be the team that handles the nerves of the knockout stage better in those grueling final 20 minutes. While Brazil remains the logical choice to progress, do not be surprised if this game feels much closer than the betting odds suggest, as Japan possesses the exact defensive structure to make this a very long, frustrating afternoon for the Brazilian supporters. It really comes down to whether Brazil's patience holds or if Japan can catch them completely off guard in transition. Regardless of the outcome, it is set to be a spectacular exhibition of contrasting footballing styles, and for any fan tuning in, this is exactly the kind of high-stakes, dramatic encounter we all hope for in the world.